groups.
And you never stop doing this. We have farm teams, if you will. That's not what we call them, but guys who are next up, ladies who are next up, who will be ready in 6 months. They'll be ready in a year and a half.
So we literally have more than 30 leaders we're developing to find our next one campus pastor.
Right.
And by the way, that's the best tip I could pass along to the listener. And that is, if you need a spot, don't go after a person, go after a group of people, because the person who emerges will always surprise you. So if you go one for one, you'll miss it sometimes. But if you have a spot, and I always disciple or mentor 10 or 12 people to find the next one something. Right. So it's the best way to do it. Here's the fourth one. We're running out of time. We always want to keep these every first Monday of the month. We want to do it basically in the length of your workout, about 20 or 30 minutes here, okay? And that is number 4, and that is ask the team for their ideas. So one of the biggest mistakes I think leaders make, and the reason why they don't have a great staff team, is they don't really invite the ideas, the empowerment of the team to speak up. So the way we say it is we allow them to challenge the process, but not the vision. So I'm constantly asking, hey, is there you can't change the vision of our church, but is there a better way to do this? Is there a way we could do this to get more horsepower out of what God's called us to do?
And you are open to listen to anything for the person that brings the solution. If you're just coming to complain, you got to stop there. But if you could say, hey, here's a problem, but here's an idea I have, ways we can make it better. You've listened every time that I've been around you.
And that's how you ended up as a campus pastor. So we would rotate people onto this creative team, honestly, to find out, are we underutilizing some talent? But it all began by asking them, hey, what do you think? Was there a better way we could have done that Sunday? Is there a better way we could have done that women's conference? Do you have any ideas for small groups? And the people who bring these ideas to the table, what happens is it's a cool thing. And that is they're always excited about their own idea. So they're already naturally motivated in that area. So why not ask them what their idea is? So the way I say it to leaders is you lead with questions. So, because see, this is a discipline for me, Matt, and you know this about me. I go into every meeting thinking I already know how things should be done. I'm a very decisive person, and I'm a very confident person. But that would be a tragedy if I came in and said, okay, here's this week's assignments, bark them all out and tell people to go perform. It wouldn't last very long.
I watched you in a roundtable, a Grow Leader roundtable really recently. And if you're interested in our roundtables, you can find those dates and opportunities on growleader.com, where you had a group of pastors who had just come for a roundtable to spend time with you. And they're all sitting around a room, and you opened up the entire thing with, hey, tell me what you guys are expecting from this. Like, where can I help the most? And went around the entire room and got questions in our content. And you probably knew this already, but you knew what they're wondering about, what they have problems with, where they need help. But it was generated, and their buy-in because they got to ask a question.
Exactly.
Is huge.
I even take it one step further. I actually even ask them, what's the best thing you're doing right now that I should be doing?
That's great.
And these are churches, younger than us, smaller than us, but I'm convinced of this. Everybody's doing something that we all should be doing.
That's great.
Because they perfected some best practice, I call it. One of my favorite discussions is to be in a group of pastors, 23, 30 leaders, and just say, what's the best thing that you do that I should be doing? And so the point is to be a learner as a leader. And even in your own staff meetings. And what it does is it empowers the group. They want to play ball with you when they have some buy-in to the process.
That's so great.
So here's the last one. So we're just trying to give you these leadership, building great teams principles.